Okay, pedal tones can be just as effective in the top voice. So let me get rid of all of this. Now, one thing that's different in the top voice is that it tends to not sustain as well. So here's one of the tricks that I like to do. I'm going to add another instrument. Edit instruments. And I'm going to actually just add another piano, but like the right hand of a piano. So let's get rid of this double bass and the left hand piano. Okay, so now I have two pianos, both the treble clef stuff. So this is not bass clef, this is treble clef. I'm actually going to put this higher than the other one. So here's what I'm going to do. Right here, where this comes in, I'm going to, let's put it on beat 2 and 4. Let's do this. Okay. I think I want it an octave higher yet. So that's an E, F, G. Okay, now I'm just going to put this on the off beat. Okay, now I've got that G just pulsing on the offbeat. I'm going to put that through this whole bloody thing. Don't worry, I won't make you listen to this whole long thing again. I just want to get the sense of it. Okay, so now effectively what I have is a pedal tone here. The pedal tone is not sustaining forever because I don't have that much sustain in this particular instrument. In a piano up high, it doesn't ring forever. So what I'm going to do is just keep hitting that note over and over and over and let us get a feel for it. It has roughly the same effect, but it's more subtle. Let's hear it. Okay, so similar effect as the low note, except less vulgar, let's say. I think vulgar is a good word for it. Now I can do the same thing with moving this around. I could start taking this, let's go down to an F, and then another F, down to an E. This is kind of what I did before, although it's moving a little faster. So again, this means it's not quite a pedal tone at this point. Let's go D, D flat, D flat, and then to a C. So we'll resolve there. So it's not really a pedal tone because it's moving around, but it's still basically a pedal tone. I like to call pedal tones. I like to let them move around, but I think by the strictest definition, it's not a pedal tone anymore when you start moving it around. But that's okay. So now what I've done here is I've done the G thing for a little while, and then I start moving it around. So here it goes down to or I guess back here. It goes to an F, back to a G, to an E, to an E, to a D, D flat, and eventually resolves to a C. So let's hear what that does for us. Interesting, right? Now, obviously, here, what was the harshest interval in our pedal tone? It was right here. And let's figure out why, because that is D flat. When we put that D flat there, just hitting up against all of these other notes, we've got what is the relationship of D flat to our key, which is C. It's that minor second that we talked about, right? That's going to be one of our harshest intervals to do. So that really harsh interval does help, though, in this case, push us down to that C, because dissonance leads to, wants to be resolved, which is a consonance. So that dissonance leads to a consonance, the tension leads to a resolution. Awesome. Okay, up next, I want to give you an example of this in a piece of music that I love so much. This is my all-time favorite example of this kind of upper pedal tone use for a very long time. But trust me, it's a cool track. So let's do that in the next video.